Hey guys, I'm back in my alternate filming location again, and I am going to unbox and look at a knife that I have wanted to look at for a really long time. I mean, a really, really long time. Now, I'm not going to call this a grail knife or anything like that. It's something that has been on my radar that I have wanted to do, and just for, whatever reason, it never came up until it showed up on Massdrop, and Massdrop always has really good deals, and so I finally pulled the trigger and said, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna look at it, and finally it is here. So when we're done looking at this, I'm gonna make my usual spiel for Massdrop with my referral link and why you should do that. So, stay tuned for that. But first, we're gonna look at a knife by a company called Proelia, who has some, I don't know, I just, like I said, I've always seen them on Amazon. I've always seen them around. I've always wanted to look at one, so I'm thrilled that we're finally going to be able to check out one of these knives. They have different blade styles. They have different handle patterns. They come in some fancy, multiple colored G10. This one is just sort of, it's kind of plain. It's just satin finish, black, plain G10. That's what was offered at the time. The box is a little dusty because I was going to do this unboxing at the shop, and so it got a little dirty, but it comes nice and clean. So I like their little motto, fight for what's yours. Magnetic box. Let's see, so we're looking at this one right here on the bottom, the TX020. So you can see it's got a drop point and a tanto. Inside, limited lifetime warranty and registration card, okay, and service support info. Cool. Free foam for all your foam needs. That's what we got. Interesting. Screws and extra pivot. Well, I don't know, that's weird. Normally you don't get that. So you can interpret this one of two ways. Cool, thanks for giving it to us. But are you saying we're going to need more screws and a pivot? It's great to give you extra screws because who knows what's going to happen. But why the extra pivot? I don't get it. But okay, that's cool. All right, better to have it and not need it, right? You've got some clips. It looks like an extra. Is it a right hand and left hand clip? Because it's got a little curve to it, so it would seem to me that, one for righty, one for lefty, and some extra, I'd say, clip screws. Yeah, so if you take a look, since they're curved, I'll say one is for right hand, one is for left hand use. So they match up there, so that's cool. We've got a little Allen wrench in there, or probably, actually, is it a Torx? Yeah, a little Torx wrench for doing the screws. What a complete little set. And then the knife comes in a sheath that has Moly compatible stuff in it. Sweet. Let's actually get to the knife though. So, sheath is nice. You got your snapshot. And this is adjustable. Cool. Decent looking sheath. All right, I'm liking it so far. I am really liking it. And onto the knife itself. So I want to see, is there anything different about this pivot? Nope, it looks like the pivot that's in there, the camera will focus, it's just extra pivot in case you need an extra pivot. And then this wrench has a small size for the frame screws and then a larger size for the pivot screw. It's pretty cool. They give you all that stuff, So now, onto the knife. So it's a D2 blade with steel liners, G10 backspacer with a nice, you can feel that texture on there. Is it coming across on camera? I hope. Just some nice sculpting and details on the scale. Fit and finish looks really good. I don't feel any mismatch whatsoever. It comes with a clip mounted too, so I kind of thought you were going to have to pick what clip you want and put it on. So I guess it comes loaded up for tip up right hand carry. No tip down solution, but I don't care because, tip up is the way I go. Cool. Centering out of the package is perfect. Look at that. Very nicely done. Very, very nicely done. You can already see there's some styling and sculpting in the blade itself too. But, you know, all the fit and finish right now looks outstanding. Very, very nice. I think that this is, I don't know where it's actually made. I think it's probably a made in China blade, but, you know, with that kind of Wii level production and quality. Wow, that jimping is pretty good. Let's just go ahead and open it up. Very solid movement too. Now, does it say here? It says D2 air hardened tool steel, and you've got the Proelia logo on there. Really nice finish on the blade, actually. Really nice finish on the blade. Little marking on the flipper there, but I don't know. So I'll have to look up where this is actually made. If it's made in USA. I mean, usually they're pretty proud to say made in USA, so they stamp it somewhere. But it's a nice knife. It is a nice feeling knife. You definitely feel the traction on that backspacer just when you hold it. And that jimping right here is, it bites into the thumb. Your thumb's, it locks it. It's not going anywhere. So, nice feel. Very smooth action on the bearings. Does not take a lot of effort to get it out. Nice solid sound. It's important to some people. Solid lock up there. Good jimping on the liner lock too. Really catches your thumb. Very comfortable to get your thumb there and close it. All one-handed opening. Overall, it's a very nice knife, but kills me to say this because I've wanted it for so long. But the thing is, as nice as it is, I'm looking and I'm feeling, and there's nothing that jumps out at me as special over any of the other really good quality knives in this price range, you know, in this sort of pattern. I mean, like, it is a great, I mean, it's a really good knife, but it is just like every other good knife in this style. And like I said, I have really wanted this knife in my hand for a really long time. And I'm happy with it. Like, this is the kind of, I'm walking this side of razor's edge here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying there's anything bad about it. I'm just saying holding it is, you know, it sort of feels like I'm holding any other high quality knife with a D2 blade with very nicely sculpted G10 handles with great fit and fit. Like, there's nothing about it that jumps out at me as like, look at me, I'm an awesome knife. Buy me over anything else. You know what I mean? Like, so if you like the look and the feel, that's one thing. I do like the backspacer. The backspacer is a very nice touch. The jimping is great. It feels comfortable. You know, what about this would really stand out over Best Tech, over you know, higher end, over ZT, over Wii, over, I can't think of all the brands right now, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like, I mean, I think the market is getting slightly flooded these days. I mean, and this is not a bad thing, but slightly flooded with more affordable, really good quality knives, and they're all kind of on the, they're getting to be all on the same level. Good quality is now the standard, which is good. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good. But so now, how do you separate one from another? You know, like, what is almost like show me what you got that's different from another brand, why I should buy your knife over another. Now, you could almost at this point say, so I like the looks of this knife over another knife, and that's what it is. That's what you're buying. And this does have a nice look to it. It's got a cool look to it. That's very decorative. But, you know, I'm just holding this knife and I'm like, man, I wanted this for so long, and now I'm struggling to find a feature of it or something that highlights it, that makes it stand out from other knives in this class, and I got nothing. It is very good, but so many knives are very good. You know what I mean? I guess we'll test the blade, though. So, you know, great quality right out of the box. That's good. I mean, again, not complaining. That's what we want. Wow. Well, okay, so I will say, when it comes to finishing right out of the box, that is absolutely the smoothest, smoothest pull-through I've ever done. 100%, no shit, smoothest pull-through test I've ever done. And then the slice is, I mean, I can't even slice. It's just another pull-through. So finishing, okay, so it has that. Finishing quality is great. Packaging is great. All the accessories it comes with is great. Would I recommend it over, you know, some other stuff? I don't know. I'm not sure, you know, because it's, like I said, we're at a point now where a lot of these knives are kind of, I think we're hitting a plateau waiting for somebody to come up with a great innovation. Or, you know, some next level type stuff. Now, I want to be very clear. I'm not bad-mouthing this knife. I'm just, I don't know what I was expecting. Maybe because I had my hopes up for it for so long. Obviously, they've taken great care to finish this very, very well. And it is a very, very good-looking blade. It is a very well-finished knife. I'm not going to do the lock test here because I don't have anything good to do it where I'm at. I'm on a relatively soft surface here. But based on how everything else turned out, I would assume that this, you know, would do very well. It just, there's nothing besides the great finishing of the blade. It's just there's nothing about this knife that jumps out as like different or super special, you know. And I maybe it's just I had built it up in my head for so long because I had wanted it for so long that I want it to be super special, super different, super awesome. I don't know. I'm not unhappy with it in any way. It's just as I'm sitting here flipping it and using it and going through the motions, it's like, okay, it's a really high quality knife. It's a good high quality knife in a good price range, like so many others that I've shown on the channel to you guys. I'm not discouraging anybody from getting it if you want it. And as a matter of fact, it is in my Amazon influencer page now. Like I said earlier, so many of you have asked me if I would put up an Amazon influencer page and put all the knives that I test and review in there, so I now have one. And you can find that Amazon influencer page link in the video description. Almost every knife I've ever tested, I've ever reviewed on this channel is listed in there. And then I have a few other categories with some other stuff. So, you know, how does that work? If you click the link to buy it from there, I get a little bonus there, and then that means I can get cool stuff from Amazon to do more videos on the channel, is what it means. If you were going to buy something anyway, it helps me out, bring more stuff to the channel. So this will be in there, and it's kind of all chronologically too. I went through every single video I've ever made. So from newest to oldest. Almost everything I could find on Amazon that was there. So it's still a good knife, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of it? Do you think we're hitting a point where high quality is now the standard, and they really need, you know, companies really need to step up their game? I'm thinking that, you know, we're now at a point where what was considered really high quality a few years ago is now kind of the standard level, and we need companies to really come up with bigger, better, faster stuff to really impress us. I don't know. But do you like this knife? Do you like the Proelia? Do you see anything special in it, or is it just another kind of flipper to you? I'd love to hear your opinion on it. So if you haven't already checked it out, check out the giveaway video. The giveaway is open right now. 100 and almost 40 prizes available for grabs. Link to that in the video description. Check out the influencer page if you're going to go shopping anyway. Link in the video description. Check out the Discord server, Patreon page, all my contact links, all that in the video description for you guys, like it always is. And also, like it always is, you guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.